WSLS 10 follow-up. Efforts to save a unique part of history continue. As we showed you yesterday, Rosenwald schools were built more than 100 years ago to provide a quality education for African-American children after the Civil War.
Well, now people across the Commonwealth are working together to find the remaining schools and their living alumni.
WSLS 10's Bree Jackson explains how Central Virginians are keeping these valuable pieces of history alive.
We traveled here to John Tyler Community College, which is right outside of Richmond, for the Virginia Rosenwald Conference. People gathered here to learn more about saving the schools, and there's one group from Southwest Virginia that's helping to lead that charge. Dozens gathered at John Tyler Community College to hear history lessons about Virginia's Rosenwald schools. There were more than 350 of these facilities built across the Commonwealth as a way to educate African Americans after the Civil War.
What have we done to this point?
Now, nearly a century later, Millicent Nash is part of efforts to raise awareness about Rosenwalds in areas like Campbell County.
County itself sought us out to see the significance of the building. They sought us, and from there, we ran with it.
Nash is part of the Campbell County Training Complex Committee. Their goal is to preserve this, the largest Rosenwald facility in the state. Dedicated residents and county leaders want to make sure these buildings are not destroyed.
When they came to the Board of Supervisors and with an interest in acquiring the property, they had a very specific step-by-step plan on how they would do it, what they would do, what the phases would be, and I think that was very impressive to the county.
It also drew interest from historians like Nan Carmack, the director of Campbell County Libraries. She acquired equipment from the state which will allow other localities to save valuable memories of Rosenwald schools.
And if we don't capture that oral history now, it will be lost forever. And only localities know who those people are.
And by working together on the state and local levels, people here hope to learn more about Rosenwald schools, as well as the people who went here, and pass that knowledge on to future generations. And starting next week, Campbell County will begin its oral history project regarding the Rosenwald schools. People I spoke with say it's just one way that they hope to save history. In Chester, Bree Jackson, WSLS 10.